So we've just wrapped up a packed week here at the Enduro World Series, and I did one of these videos last year after the event where I compared a winning run on one of the stages to my run and broke down like piece by piece where these top riders were gaining time and I was actually losing time. So because it went down so well last year, I wanted to do the same again this year. So I actually reached out to Jesse Melamed again and asked him if I could use some of his footage that he shared on his YouTube channel of stage 3 from the EWS that's just gone by. I'm going to split this video up into 3 parts, so I'm going to split the track into 3 bits, so 3 different sectors if you like. So instead of just seeing like start to finish times and how far Jesse was ahead of me, we can actually see where Jesse is actually pulling the most time and I'm losing the most time, because I think that'll be fairly beneficial for anyone who wants to get faster on their bike and see, you know, where these little micro adjustments are that they can make in their own riding. Okay, so I've got my computer set up in front of me. I'm going to be on the left, Jesse Melamed is on the right. We're going to get this party started, so 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, so you can just see straight away that Jesse is, you can see, look at Jesse's front wheel compared to mine off the start. Like, he is definitely way more ruthless than I am, probably putting way more power down. And you can see he's already about 2 bike lengths ahead going into this first 15-20 seconds of track. He's pedaling out of corners. I look a little bit reserved. Jesse's now into the woods. I'm into the woods. So Jesse hasn't pulled too much on me here, which is very interesting. And just look at the pace of him. He is so erratic on the bike. Isn't doing anything fancy line choice wise, just ploughing the main line with confidence. You can just see by looking at the different videos that he is carrying more speed. He is ruthless, whereas I'm trying to be a little bit more smoother and consistent, I guess. And you can hear his heavy breathing as well. Okay, so we're coming up to split number 1 in the next 20 seconds. So we're going to see how much Jesse has pulled on me at the first sector. Okay, and Jesse's through the first sector, Alex is through the first sector. So we can see from that first section, Jesse was what looked like way more powerful at the start, probably putting way more watts down than I was. And you could tell that by just looking at his front wheel, how much he was pulling on the handlebars to move that wheel. And he was just generally way more aggressive than I was in the tight trees. Like, he wasn't really thinking about trying to get on the right line as such. He was literally just hitting the main line with confidence. I knew a couple of sneaky lines which I was trying to get onto to straighten up bits of track, but to be honest with you, like, I don't really think they made that much difference. I think Jesse may have pulled between 3 and 5 seconds on this first section. So what we'll do is we'll reset the cameras so we're both at the same point, and then we'll drop into section 2 of the track. Okay, so 3, 2, 1, let's go. Okay, we're both in now. So I've reset the times so we can actually see where the biggest section on the track that Jesse is pulling time on me. And again, he is just absolutely savage, and you can hear his heart rate must be higher than mine, just the sheer like intensity. And the trees at Tenerife are damn tight. Like, they may not look it on camera, but they are millimeters away from the end of your handlebars. Okay, looks like he's another couple of seconds in front now, which obviously is compounded from the first section. Sunlight was very hard to ride this race because everything kind of looked the same, the ground. You can see on the sunlight in the videos. Man, just look at the speed he's carrying. Out of every corner as well, he seems to get back up to speed if he makes a mistake, which is very interesting. So we're into Jesse's into the rocky section now. Must be feeling fatigued. I know at this point I was feeling it for sure. Okay, come on to the fire road. Crowds are building. Shout out to the crowd, look at this. I'm getting goosebumps watching this. Okay, Jesse's coming to the fire road. Now, okay, here we go. So Alex is coming across the routes and we're turning Last corner onto the fire road. Now. So there's definitely a chunky margin that Jesse pulled on me in that section as well. One thing, like I said, I noticed in that section was obviously higher average speed is one, but when Jesse was coming out of corners, it looked like he was getting up to speed faster than I was. So say for example, he came in to a corner fast, did his braking around the turn. If he made a stall or a mistake in a corner, you can visibly see that he's back up to speed within like 1 or 2 pedal strokes. And that just goes to show you his like acceleration. Obviously, higher average speeds down a track from top to bottom, that is what is winning races. And if you're able to keep that up for the whole length of the track, you're obviously gonna have a faster time, but you can visibly see it on this video. So it's quite a good comparison to look at. So what we'll do now is, we'll look at the third and final portion of the track and just see what Jesse's doing here and just watch him obliterate me once again. 3, 2, 1, go. Third and final section, let's see how much Jesse pulls on me in this bottom section of track. See if we can see any differences. See if I can stay with him. See, it looks like he's pulled maybe a bike length already. Jesse's a very small character as well. He's very small and powerful, so maybe that was to his advantage on this track and why he won the stage, because this track is so damn tight if you've ridden it. This is repeat offender. And this bottom bit of track is, I think smaller riders do excel. I'm trying to figure out where Jesse is and where I am. Yeah, you can just see the intensity. And obviously at this point in the track, it's going to get a tyre in about 3 or 4 minutes into the stage. Yeah, he's definitely pulled a good 5 seconds, I'd say, so far, in just this section. Last few corners now. Crowds at the bottom. So dry and dusty. Here we go. Jesse's about to cross the finish line. Cross the line. Alex comes to the finish line. Cross the finish line. It's almost like quite depressing for me to watch, but actually it's quite interesting learning this stuff. I think it's quite an eye-opening experience. I'm not saying that I would have won this race if I was more aggressive, because obviously Jesse is like literally at top of the sport. But I'm saying if you watch him ride, the actual mentality, the drive, and just the all-out speed in these tight trees played to his advantage on the stage. So that's potentially why I think he won. But I think it's cool comparing riders of different abilities on different stages, especially myself, who's always looking to find more time on tracks and improve my own riding, because I can watch this and see, oh, Jesse did this and I didn't. Maybe that's something I can work on for future races and future stages to progress my own riding. And hopefully you've done the same as well. So maybe try it yourself. Maybe put your riding footage to potentially a pro rider, or maybe one of your friends who is slightly better than you or even around the same level. And you'll be able to see some things that you're not doing that maybe they are, or vice versa. And I think it's a really good way of learning and picking up new skills, different line choices, to see how different bits of track can be ridden completely different, even if it looks like it's just a one-line track. So hope you guys enjoyed this video. It went down a treat last year when I did this. I'd be curious to hear what you have to say about Jesse's speed, because it is literally ridiculous. And yeah, pop your feedback in the comments. Maybe we'll do some more of this in the future. And take care. Hope you enjoyed it.